So this is the other pencil vase, part 2 of the main vase that I was doing. This one has got resin in it, so the outcome should be a lot different.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a little bit of a problem that we've come across here, where the pencils have ground right down to the wood that I inserted, probably because it's not central somehow, so a little bit of a shame because that was kind of taking a fairly good shape, so I'm going to have to now alter the shape, or maybe try and fit some more pencils in here. So I'm going to ground this down a bit and then we'll see what we can do with it. Okay, so got a bit of a problem, come across a little bit of an issue with this pencil vase again. So I'm going to try and fix it, I think, with some more pencils. I could take it back and just get rid of that and actually make that the top. It'll be quite a small vase, but I think initially what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and fix it and see how I go with that. So I'm going to cut up some pencils, what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to just slot them, glue them into place here, and then we're just going to ground them down to try and finish the effect off, because I kind of like the idea of this as quite a good size. Doesn't matter if it doesn't work, I can cut it off here and then we can just make this the top of the vase. That would still be pretty cool, but I think I'm just going to try and give this a go first. I might have to go down a little bit more on there first, so I'll do that quickly. Okay, so I've cut some pieces of pencils up here, and I'm just going to try and glue them into. Just going to try and glue them into this gap. Right, there we go. So I've glued all that into the top of the glued that into the vase, and hopefully that will fix the problem. I don't know. We're going to let that set up now for 5 minutes or so, and then we'll come back and turn it and see how it goes. Okay, so although this looked like it had worked, and it has done over here, but as you go round, it's actually, I've gone down again where I'm shaping it. I've gone down again too far, and it's exposed some of the wood that's inside here, which I'm not really happy with at all, really. That's an absolute shame, because that was turning out really nice. So I'm having all sorts of problems with this vase. We're on take 3. I'm still not happy with it. Yeah, this is what it looks like at the moment. So I've had to cut this off because that didn't work. So here's the piece that was supposed to go on the end there, which would have made it into, and you can see that, well, you've seen it already, into a vase. That hasn't worked the way I wanted it to work, so I've chopped it off and just thought I'd go for a smaller kind of vase, looking vase. So what we've got now is we've got this kind of shaped sort of pot stroke mini vase. Okay, so we are getting closer to finishing this one. I'm just going to apply some Yorkshire grit to this. I've got rid of the milli put now, which was well, we had the holes. We had to fill in the holes that we had. So that's now gone. Those holes have gone now, which is great, ideal. And I've put a couple of coats of sanding sealer on it. So I'm just applying some Yorkshire grit, and hopefully I can show you a finished product. A finished pencil vase. It's a mini one. It's not kind of the large one that I anticipated it was going to be initially. It's not the shape I wanted it to be either. But what is important is that it comes out nice in the end. And that's what you've got to try and think about when doing these types of projects. You know, if you're a bit like me and you want to give this a go and it doesn't quite work out, because, you know, sometimes it doesn't work out. But I don't come in here thinking, yeah, you know, I know exactly what it's going to be. This is what I'm going to do. I've got an idea, obviously, of what I want to do. But it becomes what it becomes. And I think that's what I like about doing it, is you just don't know what it's going to be. It could be something like really rubbish. But then again, it could be something that's quite cool. I don't know. Never know, do you, really? So I'm just trying to take this, get rid of all the Yorkshire grit now. Rubbed it in there, looks pretty good. I'm going to try something different with the finish on this, I think. Something I haven't tried before. So that'll be exciting. Right, there we go. It's looking alright actually, isn't it? Looking alright. So, that's quite nice at the moment. I'm just going to give it another light sand. Probably 400 grit this time. So, I sanded down to 240 before. And then applied the Yorkshire grit. So I'm just going to go over it with some 400, just lightly. Now, I'm going to try the Sheila wax. I'm going to put the Sheila wax on anyway, but I've got another finish on top of that. So I'm going to put this on, see how this applies to it, see how this goes on. Pretty sure this would go on quite nicely. Right, there we go. That's just a one coat of the Sheila wax. So now I'm going to try this other coat of. What I'm going to do is going to use some of this melamine gloss lacquer. So I haven't really used this before, but I've seen a few people use it. So I want to give it a go. So I bought some from Chestnut. I didn't buy it from Chestnut actually. It's a Chestnut product, but I bought it from John Davis Woodturning. I'm going to give this a bash. See how this turns out. Right, I'm gonna fire the lathe up for this. Again, I haven't never applied this before, and I'm a typical bloke. I'll read the instructions afterwards. But I reckon it goes on like this. Now we're going to let that dry. That actually looks really nice from here. Whether or not it will finish like that, I don't know. But we'll leave that to dry for a little bit, and then we'll come back and maybe put another coat on. Okay, so this is drying up, and what I'm going to use now is some burnishing cream. God, the fumes are absolutely horrendous with that stuff. We're going to try using some burnishing cream. Again, something I haven't used before, but I just thought I'd do something different. Obviously all these products work fairly well, I suppose. So I haven't used this before, so I'm going to give this a bash on top of the lacquer. Let's try that. Wow, I love this burnishing cream. I haven't used this before, and I'm pretty pleased with that. Pretty pleased with that indeed. So that's using this melamine gloss lacquer and then this burnishing cream. Obviously I'll put the Yorkshire grit on first, and I think I did put a coat of this on. But, I mean, this was only a little tiny coat, really, just because I was a bit worried that I weren't really going to get a finish out of it. But this looks really nice. I'm really happy with that. And it's sort of kind of almost got like a bit of a kind of a plastic kind of coating on it, which feels quite nice. Which I think is from the lacquer. It's like a plastic coat. I like that. I mean, it's a bit of a weird shaped kind of vase, but, you know, there we go. Well, I'm going to just part this off now, finish the bottom, put my little logo in, job done. Alright folks, we are finally done with this pencil vase. Now, there's the finished product. I'm actually pretty happy with the outcome. Although we did go through quite a few hiccups during the process of making this one. Now, I think it's important because I've obviously edited this video, but I could have edited it a lot more and just basically shown you a product and a piece of pencil vase that I've made without any problems and without any cock-ups, which, you know, a lot of people do. And what they don't show you is obviously all the problems that we come across when making things, not just wood turning, but anything that you make. You know, there's always an issue. You know, and the good thing about TV or, you know, video is that you can edit things and make things look like it was easy. But it's not easy. But that's not to say that you can't do something like this. It just means that you just don't give up. You know, so if you have a problem and you're making something and it's not going quite your way, don't worry about it. You just got to keep going, you know, take a break, go and have a cup of coffee, go and have a cup of tea, you know, and come back and then carry on. You know, I went through a couple of occasions on this one where I thought, oh God, that hasn't worked out. This is, well, you've seen them. And I've cut it down as small as I can to get it all in and cram it all in for you so you can actually see it. But the outcome is still, you know, I think it's pretty cool. I still think it looks quite good. It's a nice little pencil vase. Yeah, okay, you know, it did have that little top on it. Where is that? Here it is. Over here. So I suppose when you put that on it, it could have looked a little bit better or different, you know, but it didn't quite work like that. Now I could have, you know, shaved that down, shaved this down, glued that on, and maybe carried on with that sort of scenario. But I chose not to, and I chose to just go with this finish. But yeah, I like that, and you can see through it as well with the resin inside there. The resin really shines up nice. This is the good thing, and this is why I would always recommend, if you're going to do something like this, is try to sink it and set it into resin, because you always get a better result. Generally a better result, you know, and we've seen some fantastic projects out there with pencils other people have done and not used resin, and they still look great, but I think you do get a better finish when you set it in resin, because you can see, you know, all that now, all those gaps that were possibly going to be in there, they're all set in resin, so it just looks like a bit of a 3D effect. So it looks quite nice, and it just finishes really nice. So, and it feels nice as well. Feels much nicer because you can get a nice smooth finish off of that. You know, when you put the resin on there. So there we go. Well, I hope you like it. Sorry if I went on a little bit there. I tend to do that sometimes. There's a little vase. I have made something else as well, actually, but I haven't videoed it. But it's a tiny little vase which I've made as a gift for somebody. I don't know if you can see. It's another coloured stain vase, and I've used the melamine lacquer on this as well. So that's turned out quite well. I don't know if you can see that very well there. The light's not brilliant, is it? But it's actually turned out quite well. I quite like that one. But I say I didn't do the video of it. I've just knocked it up fairly quickly. I did this at the same time. Well, I've done this in one night, what I mean. This one's taken me about a month. But I've been in and out, in and out, in and out. And I thought, right, I've got to come out. Sometimes you want to kind of come in here and you actually want to walk out with something. So you're walking indoors and like, look, this is what I've made today. I made this. And I haven't been able to do that for a few times. I really wanted to finish this, and it's just one thing after the other. So I had to come in here and actually do something today, and I've done this. Just pulled something out there. I knew I had to make it anyway as a gift for Christmas. So, and there it is. Done it, finished. Job done. I can walk in now with 2 items. So anyway, I have waffled on for way too long, probably taken up way too much of your time. You've probably already switched off. So thanks for watching. Thanks again for all my new subscribers. I'll keep saying it, but obviously every time I come back there's loads more, which is great. You know, I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for all the comments, likes and everything else. Really appreciate all that as well. Hope you're all looking forward to Christmas. That's coming up soon. I've got a little Christmas kind of ornamenty type thing that I've done. I've already made that, and no, I haven't. I have made it, but I haven't done the editing of the video yet. So I'll get that done for Christmas, so that'll go up in sort of December time. So it is now 2 o'clock in the morning on a Friday night. I think I need to get to bed. I'll get some stills up. Thanks very much.